today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tennessee Titans taking on Cam Newton and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside. The 10 still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
Bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
3 yards remain for second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play fake. Mahomes forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 76 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Sutton. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Titans.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
On 2nd and 9, Jones will swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Chase Young
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's taken in by Callaway. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And to give this time to the tailback.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jones throwing on first down. He completes this to Sutton, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 25. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's Jones on third down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
77 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 39, Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Titans on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Chase Young
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Attack. Check. You got to go right here. You got to play big.
Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He will find his man Chase complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Jones on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And quickly they get to the line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Deontay Johnson.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Mike 16, Mike 16. So don't say nothing. Kill.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to roam now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the and give the quarterback a really nice target. I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
And they'll run here with Carter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and 11 now. Looking to throw. Jones gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Carter. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Carter trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Carter with it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. It sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On first down, Mahomes.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Yellow. I've got blue. You ain't got nothing. 40's mine.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. On 2nd and 12, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Max 22, Max 22.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Now Brown.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Number 16,
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt. 3rd, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steelers are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one caught by Carter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Sutton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's got Higbee complete right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. It'll be a pickup of 15, as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Throwing Jones. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
7 yards to pick up there. Second down and 3.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Let him know. Let him know. Like 22.
Now Jones. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands. And oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20, 10.
Let's dominate.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, they're...
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. 2nd and 2.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now he's forced out left. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Taking it in. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, Jones. This one to the left to Higbee.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Jones now throwing on first down. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
I'm coming after you. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You're not ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here we go. Mike 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Put that team on the first. Tight dog.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll find Pittman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Jones throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2 final stages. And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. There's not much left of this ball game. Just keep everything in front of you here, walk away a winner.
And that's really a pretty good feeling.
It's got to be a great feeling.
You know, to know that all you have to do is wind down the clock. As you said, keep them in front, walk away a victor. That's a pretty good feeling at the end of the game.
Heads held high. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join.